What's up, everybody? It's your boy G Max again. Um, as y'all may know, I just had the car tuned and she's running a little better now. She's running a little stronger and I'm actually enjoying it. I kind of regretted that I didn't get this tune earlier on, but then again, like, it's a matter of learning and educating myself with the purpose of a tune as opposed to non-tuning. When you do all these bolt-ons on your car, you should get a tune minus the headers. If you do anything other than headers, I really don't see the purpose of tuning your car. If your car just have like the regular intake spacers, throttle body spacers, crank pulley, cold air intake, catback, what else could you put on these cars? Don't go get your car tuned. Like you'll be fine. You'll be fine. When you start like getting before the catback, like the headers and the intake manifold, the kinetics intake manifold, that's when you want to start looking into the tune. What I've been told is that not tuning your car after you put on headers is actually really bad for your system. The reason this being is I wanted to have a street map and a race map. I couldn't do it because the '04 Maxima 6-speed doesn't have that option. So I was forced to go get it. So now that the car is tuned, I'm running a little better. I want to be able to look at cars that's more power than my own. I may be going a little over my head, but that's my intentions for this summer. So I've came up with what I call a blacklist. This blacklist is either people that I want to race or I've raced before and I've lost. So I'ma just give y'all just a couple of these cars, and maybe y'all could weigh in and tell me, what you think the outcome would be and if it's even worth racing them. The Challenger. I ran a Challenger at the track. I didn't lose to him. I won because he missed shift, and I guess we didn't really get to see the full outcome. We were basically neck and neck. From my camera angle, it looked like I was losing, but because my camera was mounted on my rear window, it looked like he was ahead of me, but he wasn't ahead of me. So I want to race him again, or any one of those cars, and see if what would the outcome be. Next car is the M3, the older one. I think the E36 is what you call them, something like that. Those cars have quite a bit of a punch. I know it. I've seen them in action. I've seen it all over YouTube. They have quite a bit of power in them. I want to race them to see the outcome again. Y'all know it's the big grocery getter. It's heavy. I hear this a lot, but I want to race it. I want to see what that car does. The next one I want to race is the Lexus IS350, because I mean it's a pretty expensive car. You're not going to see too much of it, and that race probably will never happen because again you have to have a little bit of paper to get that type of car, and far less to go racing with it. So chances are you're probably in the more grown up, 40 years old plus, to have one of these cars, unless you have quite a bit of money, or your family owns some business or something like that. But that car is a pretty expensive car. Next I want to race is a Ford Mustang. Those cars have quite a bit of a reputation on the streets too, so I want to be able to go up to them. The newer ones, I guess the base model from like 3 to 330 horsepower, whatever I don't know what these cars make, but that's something I want to run against too. Camaro. I ran a Camaro, and he beat me. Again, that's when my car wasn't as modified and I didn't have that much of experience with racing. So he beat me, not by a lot, but he beat me. I want to be able to go back on them. The next one, I may have gone a little over my head. This is the G37. They do have quite a bit more horsepower than the Maximas, even though it's a similar motor, if not the same. I'm not really sure. I haven't really educated myself on what the motor, I think it's close to a VQ35 QR. I don't know what motor they have, but it's a similar motor, but the tuning in the car is more sophisticated than the Maximus. Next is the 370Z. So G37 and the 370Z, that's the next two cars I want to be able to run up against and see what my grocery getter gets to it. Chrysler V8 Hemi. I went to the runs last season, and this one guy took me out by about a car length, if that. We were pretty close by, and again, those cars have quite a bit of power. The V8s have quite a bit of power compared to the Maximas. So on a start off, you know, they put down a lot of power, and he beat me. So I gotta go back to the runs this year and see if I could find that guy again. Next is the Mazda Speed 3, the 2013-14, whatever. From what I've seen on the internet, those cars are a problem on the quarter mile. They run about 13.7, 13.8 stock, and I'm like, that's pretty good. But the thing that wins those races is because they're high in torque. Their torque is about 280, which is probably like a good 30 more horsepower than torque than I have in my car right now. Up with the horsepower, we're up to par. So again, everybody knows on the quarter mile, a high torque car will take that race. And quarter mile, I'm pretty sure he will take me out definitely. But on the highway, we'd have to see for that. And last but not least, as y'all may know, that Acura Tia, man, I've been trying hard. Every time I see one of them guys, I try to, you know, call them out, but nobody having it. So I kind of ruled it out for now. I got two boys with the Acura. One of them has, I think he's planning to put in a supercharge, which is good. I mean, it's supercharged. It's not gonna, obviously not gonna be a title, you know, match, but I still want to see what the grocery getter does towards those cars, that supercharge. The other one has a built tranny, so I'm like, yeah, that's, I mean, it's a modification. If you have a built tranny and, you know, your car is taking off really quick, that's what I want. I want anything that has to do with a teal in it. So again, bear with me, be patient. I mean, I'm gonna bring out them numbers. Unlike everyone else who just comes out and be like, yeah, my car has X amount of horsepower, I'm gonna show you all an actual chart where you could see the numbers visually with your own eyes. It's just retarded how guys would just exaggerate on their horsepower and dyno numbers. So just bear with me, man, and I'm gonna bring them numbers to y'all soon. I'm gonna try to see if I can help as much guys out there, because I don't want to be the only guy out there with these Maximas facing different cars. I want to be able to say, well, okay, well, this car held up against a M3 or a Charger or this or that. So I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I have and give y'all advice if necessary. But anyways, man, your boy J Max, man, signing out. Y'all catch him in that next video. One.